I am so disgusted at this team right now. I can't even think straight. I cannot believe this team just went one and done in the postseason after you have a 14-2 record. This team was vibing in a way no other team in the league was doing. You made history. You broke franchise records and made history, only to go one and done? You all should be ashamed of yourself. I want every single player, coach, and personnel on the Ravens to hang your heads in shame because all of you did not show up today. All of you did not show up. I want every single player to go in that locker room and pack up their lockers tonight. You don't get to go home on time. Pack your lockers up tonight and don't show up tomorrow. It's over. I don't want to see a single Ravens player in this facility. Pack your stuff up and go home because you didn't show up. So you don't deserve to come back in this building tomorrow to collect your things because you didn't show up in the first place. This is the worst loss in franchise history. You understand? This is the worst loss in franchise history. And people bring up the whole Billy Cundiff missed field goal in the AFC Championship game against the Patriots. No. That used to be the worst. It's not as bad as this. Because with that was Billy Cundiff missing the kick. The team played a great game and should have won that game. But Billy Cundiff messed up. So that's on him. But this game, this was a collective embarrassment all around. Pathetic embarrassment by these guys. They all should be ashamed of themselves. Team was so hyped up only to fall flat on their face. Welcome back to earth, guys. You sucked at home in the playoffs and you're going home. One and done. Good job. Let's get in on this game. Offensively, let's start with Lamar Jackson. Buddy, I love you. I love you. I love your attitude. And I love the fact that you will never give up the fight until the very end. But my dude, you need a lot of work. You need a lot of work. And we understand it's your second year, so I'm not going to hold you. You had a terrible playoff game. You understand that. You played worse in this game than you did against the Chargers. At least in the Chargers, you guys were a little bit of an underdog. You were the heavy favorites in this game, and you didn't show up, and you played your worst game of your career. That's how bad you were. On the biggest stage, with expectations put on you and this team, you played your worst game. I don't give two craps about all the total yards. And I know Lamar sure as hell doesn't. Nobody gives a damn about those yards. You put up 12 points on offense. 12! This team hasn't scored under 20 points all season. And you come out here in a playoff game and put up 12 points? Really? Absolutely embarrassing. With all the critics on you to come out and play like this is just disappointing and disgraceful. And it's such a shame, too, because of all the motivation that was put on this team and what this meant for the city of Baltimore. For it to come crumbling down like this is absolutely pathetic. And even you yourself, when you were having that interview and talking with Steve Smith Sr., you talked about how much this game meant to you and how much the postseason meant to you and how much getting to the Super Bowl would mean to you. Because it's in Miami. It's in your hometown. You talked about it. There's not many Super Bowls that get to be played in Florida. And if you could get to the Super Bowl and play in your hometown in front of a lot of your family and friends, it would mean the world to you. Well, guess what? You disappointed, your team disappointed, you went one and done, and that dream is over. Congratulations. You got work to do, buddy. You got work to do. The fact that this team cannot come back down from a double-digit deficit is just absolutely embarrassing. If this team's down by 14 points, game over. Turn off your TV. They can't make a comeback. That's how bad this team is. There is a huge weakness in this. If you can score fast on them, you've got them. You can get 14 quick points on them, you've got them. Just run the football, and it's absolutely, it's over. Lamar, you need to take the next step in your evolution as a quarterback. I need you to be better next year. What I want you to do today is head into that locker room, sit on that bench, and wallow in despair. Then get up, use that despair for motivation, and come back better next season. I want to see an entirely new Lamar Jackson from what I saw. And this offense needs to make change. Because the fact that this offense cannot come back down from a deficit is a huge weakness. Because that's going to hurt us moving forward. It's a huge weakness. So Lamar, you've got to improve on this passing game, man. You got to improve. You got to be able to hit your receivers outside the numbers. You've got to improve and quick. Because, I say when it comes to a quarterback evaluation, it takes 3 to 5 years to know what a quarterback is. And you're still a great quarterback. You're obviously going to be the MVP. You had an amazing season. But, buddy, you got a lot of work to do. If I were you, I'd put that work in, that effort in, and get better as a quarterback. I'd recommend looking at what Russell Wilson did to his game and how he improved as well. Because he started out running the ball quite a lot, and he wasn't there as a passer. By year 3, he started to get there as a passer. So you need to take that same evolution that Russell Wilson did. You got to start running the ball less and throwing the ball more. You need to start making tighter, more precise throws into tighter coverages. Because there are going to be games like this where they are going to need you to throw this ball 35 times. And you threw this ball, I believe, 52 times. You threw this ball an incredibly amount. It was crazy how many times you threw the ball in this game. But we were down by 14 pretty much the whole game. And it just got worse and worse and worse. So you just have to keep throwing the football. So, yeah, you need to make that improvement because you're going to have games where we need you to throw the ball 35, 40 times. You showed us this season that if you got to throw the ball 25, maybe 30 times, you can win. Now, you need to improve to the point where if you got to throw the ball 35, 40, and even 45 times, because there are games like that when you have to make a comeback and you have to throw the ball 40 to 45 times, you need to show us that you can do it. So it's up to you to make that improvement. We believe in you. The city of Baltimore believes in you. We've got your back. Just come back next season and make that improvement. You're still the MVP, but you got a long way to go, bruh. Improve on your passing. Now, for these receivers, let's get on them. Marquise Brown, kudos to you. You are a stud. You did everything in your power to help your boy Lamar out and help this team try to come back and win. Kudos to you. You played an amazing game. So you can leave the room. Seth Roberts, you dropped a very crucial pass early on in the game that if you would have caught, you maybe would have been able to take it in for a touchdown, if not close. It would have been a huge gain, and you just flat out dropped it. But you made up for it. I think you made up for it. You had like 2 clutch catches when we needed it. So I'll let you leave the room. Though you gotta make some of these catches, bro. When the team is down like that, you gotta make those catches. So I'll let you leave the room. Hayden Hurts, you didn't get much targets in this game, but you did make a clutch touchdown, so I'll let you leave this room. You kind of did your job. And lastly, Miles Boykin, they don't even use you. They don't even use you as a deep threat. I don't even know what you're doing out there. I feel bad for you personally. They don't even use you in the passing game. Whenever you got a target, it was either deflected, picked off, or you managed to catch the ball. So I'll let you leave the room as well. But Willie Snead, Willie Snead, Nick Boyle, and specifically Mark Andrews. You 3 are held accountable for your performances. You understand we had 7 drop passes by our receivers today? 7! And you think you're going to beat the Titans? 7 dropped passes. I don't care what Lamar is doing out there or how limited he is as a passer. If you have 7 drop passes, Lamar can't do anything about that. You 3 should be ashamed of yourself. Willie Snead, you had a catch that if you would have made that catch, you would have gotten the first down. Mark Andrews on the first drive. If you make that catch, the pick is not there, and this whole game changes because the Ravens will probably go up early and they can continue to play their game. So and not to mention, you just kept dropping passes all day and you couldn't get any separation. I understand you're dealing with that ankle injury, and he probably showed up in this game. But if you're out there, bro, I need you to play. You are our number 1 receiver, and you did not show up. You did not show up, and you did not play like a number 1 receiver. I'm disappointed in you. And Nick Boyle, you just couldn't catch anything. I mean, you were absolutely disgraceful. You were disgraceful out there. You couldn't catch. You couldn't do anything. Pathetic, just all around. Pathetic. I'm actually disappointed in you. These receivers all should be ashamed of themselves in total. There were some that played good and some that absolutely pissed themselves. But overall, the receiving corps should just be absolutely disgusted in themselves because nobody could do anything except for Marquise Brown, really. So I am all just disgusted with all of you. You just get out of my face. The running game, I can't blame any of the running backs. Mark Ingram is injured, so he was dealing with that. He was out there, but he was still dealing with that. So he's a soldier. Gus Edwards and Justice Hill, I can't say anything about them either because we didn't run the ball that much. We couldn't run the ball that much. It was that bad. Absolutely pathetic. Just absolutely pathetic. Offensive line, you did not do a great job today. Lamar got hit a lot. He got sacked a lot. And again, he got stripped. Once again in the playoffs, he got stripped. He turned the ball over 3 times. 2 interceptions and 1 fumble. His offensive line couldn't block to save his life today. And they disappointed him. You guys were supposed to help him out there. You were supposed to support him. You were supposed to give him time. And early in that game, you guys did not. All of you should be ashamed of yourself. All of you. Every single last one of you. Because the offensive line as a whole did not hold up in this game. Lamar got hit a lot. He got sacked a lot. And he just didn't have much time to even try to throw the ball down the field. He had to continue scrambling. It looked exactly like last year's playoff game. Once again, the offensive line doesn't show up. Pathetic. And that's basically the offense. This disgraceful mess accumulated 12 points. I don't care how many yards of offense they have. They accumulated 12 points. You deserve to go home if you're going to accumulate 12 points against the Titans. Bye. Next, defense. I'm going to be honest with you guys. We're in trouble with this defense. We're in serious trouble because it's time to face the facts. This defense has not been the same since Ed Reed and Ray Lewis have retired. No matter how great they play, they just cannot come up clutch and make crucial stops when you need them to in important games. They can do it in the regular season and put up all these impressive numbers and be a top 3 defense, but they gave up 28 points today. 28. They haven't given up more than 20 points since week 5 of the regular season, and they came out there and gave up 28 points to the Tennessee Titans. You all should be ashamed of yourself as a unit. Once again, Earl Thomas ran his mouth. And just like what happened in Kansas City, Derrick Henry he proved you wrong. You ran your mouth about Patrick Mahomes. We're going to stop those big plays. You didn't stop a damn thing. You're going to talk about, now you over here talking about Derrick Henry. And, oh man, the Patriots didn't seem like they wanted to tackle him. But we're going to make sure we close that out. You didn't close a damn thing. You had to get over 200 yards rushing. And let's not even forget that he had over 200 yards of rushing. He made you look like a fool. Both in the run game and in the pass game. Because they ran a trick play with this guy. And you got beat for a touchdown. Derrick Henry threw a touchdown. And I can't wait for the memes where it's like Derrick Henry's a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. He can run the ball better and pass the ball better. We're already going to get those memes. So let's get them out the way. But you, specifically Earl Thomas, you ran your mouth. So congratulations. I'm holding you accountable for this the most. Marlon Humphrey. You came in with this whole Kill Bill outfit, but the only thing that got killed was you. You died. On that 50-yard touchdown that Tannehill threw to his receiver. You got beat so bad, I felt bad for you personally. That receiver faked the outside, cut it back to the middle, and made you look like a fool. You were stumbling. You were looking around for help. Absolutely pathetic. This defense didn't get a single turnover on this Tennessee team. They couldn't stop Derrick Henry. They couldn't stop Ryan Tannehill from even running the ball. That's how sad they were. Absolutely disgraceful. You held them to 14 points, and then you gave up another 14 points. 28 points in total this defense gave up. Over 200 yards rushing. You all should be ashamed of yourselves. Hang your head in shame because all of you absolutely pissed yourselves today. Just disgusting. When the defense needed to make a stop, they're giving up big runs to Henry. They can't stop him. And I understand Henry's a beast. But you guys, especially Earl Thomas, is running his mouth about how they're going to stop and contain him. You didn't contain a single thing. You didn't contain a damn thing. Derrick Henry treated you guys like you were his children. It wasn't even freaking, well, he doesn't have children. He treated you guys like children. See, I can't think right now. I'm too angry at this team. But he treated you guys like you were children and just ran all over you. It was embarrassing. I felt bad watching the game because of how badly you guys sucked at covering Henry. It's just pathetic. Breaking runs after run, long run after long run after long run. God, you guys suck today. Oh, man, you suck today. I don't even know how many other people I want to call out. Jimmy Smith, I didn't hear nothing from you today. But then again, as a whole, this unit sucked. In terms of turnovers, nobody could seem to really get their hands on the ball. And if they do, they apparently can't catch the football. So whatever. Marcus Peters. I honestly don't know if you did anything wrong. You defended some pass as well, but I don't know if you did anything wrong. Maybe you might have been one of the people that you weren't actually no. You weren't one of the people that gave up that big run to Henry. You chased him down and tried to force him to fumble the football. So I don't even know. I don't have any beef with Marcus Peters. Unless anybody else actually saw anything wrong he did, I was too frustrated to really gauge and remember everything that happened in that game. But I don't think Marcus Peters really gave up any big play. Unless he's the one responsible for giving up that big run, which he's not. He chased that ball down. But yeah, overall as a defense, you guys just sucked. Okay, you guys sucked. When we needed you guys to hold them to 20 points, you couldn't do it. When we needed you guys to make crucial stops, you couldn't do it. You absolutely couldn't do it. You sucked. You played like trash. Pathetic. Sad. Disgraceful. Special teams. Let's just get our wolf pack. They can go. Morgan Cox. Justin Tucker, Sam Cook, you guys are excused from the room. You guys are perfect. You guys never mess up with this type of situation. We can excuse you guys from the room. Go ahead. DeAnthony Thomas, what were you doing? You got a stupid penalty for no reason. You let the ball go in the end zone, and then you proceed to block one of the defenders for no reason. You get flagged for that. What were you doing today? What were you thinking today? Oh, yeah, that's another thing. This team was so undisciplined, I couldn't believe it. A team that has been so disciplined the whole season came out here and played some of the most undisciplined football I've seen this season. It was so bad. Penalty after penalty after penalty. Offensive penalties, defensive penalties, special teams penalties. The hell's with all these penalties? What's wrong with you guys? And it's on the dumbest stuff possible. I couldn't believe the stupid stuff they were getting penalized for. Where's the discipline on this team? What happened? What were you guys doing in the bye week? Golly. Team just embarrassed themselves in general. Just so pathetic and sad. It makes Raven fans want to cry. But they're not even surprised anymore. This franchise finds new ways to disappoint. They don't disappoint you in the regular season. They'll find a way to do it in the postseason. Last year was the wild card. This year was the divisional. Who knows? Next year we'll get to the AFC Championship game and get blown out by, let me just come up with a random team right now. Denver. Yeah, Denver will somehow get to the AFC Championship game next year. Baltimore will be there, and they'll somehow get blown out. Because that's such a Baltimore thing to do. And that's such a Ravens thing to do. And this team has been like that since we lost our leader in Ray Lewis and our other leader in Ed Reed. That defense can't galvanize a single thing. You got experienced players all over. They can't galvanize crap. So pathetic. So pathetic. When you thought this team would come out here and play well, they come out here and embarrass themselves. I guess lastly, coaching. Greg Roman, I honestly don't know what to say. But the play calling, I can't even say the play calling was bad. We started out doing our usual play calls, but then we got down 14, so you just started doing verticals the whole game, and it just really... That was all you really could do. There's no adjustments you could have made. Because honestly, with the players playing so bad, I don't know what scheme Greg Roman could have thought of that would have helped us get back in the game. Who knows? Maybe the Ravens should have just continued to play their game. Maybe they should have held on to the football, which they obviously couldn't do today. I don't know what Greg Roman really could have done to scheme up a better game plan. The players just played like absolute garbage. I don't even know if I could blame him for that. Wink Martindale, I can blame you for that because your defense didn't. You knew what Derrick Henry was, and they couldn't stop the run. They could not stop the run. And I get he's a beast, but you got to come up with some sort of scheme to contain him. Then again, I don't even know if I can blame him because, again, the players are the ones that went out there and played like trash. They're the ones that sucked. Earl Thomas is the one that ran his mouth again and got punched in the face. So what, can I really blame Wink Martindale for whatever scheme he came up with? He couldn't stop Henry. Nobody could stop that guy. We knew that. but you could have at least stopped Ryan Tannehill. I said coming into this game, Derrick Henry's going to run off. What the Ravens needed to do was stop Ryan Tannehill. And I said the same thing for the Titans. Derrick Henry's going to do whatever he wants. But Ryan Tannehill needs to show up and get you at least 2 touchdown passes. He's got to show up and beat this secondary. And by golly, did he do that. He beat this secondary. I got to congratulate the Titans because I've been so busy in negativity that I actually forgot to do that at the beginning of the video. Congrats to the Titans. Good luck in the AFC Championship game. Derrick Henry's a beast, and I don't think anyone's going to stop it. What do you face off with Houston or Kansas City? He's going to run all over the defense. And the best part is Tennessee already beat Kansas City. So they got a good shot against them. They haven't faced off. Actually, what am I talking? Haven't faced off against. They faced off against Houston, and that one I'm not sure about that because when it comes to divisional matchups, it's a bit scary. But I wish you guys best of luck. No matter who you face off with, good luck. You deserve to win because you came out here and played the right kind of football, and you guys did exactly what I said you needed to do. I said you needed. I didn't even post this video, but like I said, I was posting it everywhere. But like of the keys to the game for the Titans if they wanted to win. But I didn't actually post my video. I said they needed to force Lamar to throw the ball 40+ times. They needed to force him to make 3 mistakes, specifically 3 turnovers. And I said Ryan Tannehill is going to have to throw like 2 touchdown passes and beat the secondary. All 3 things happened, which pissed me off, and they end up coming out with a W. But yeah, coaching for the Ravens. I already talked about Wink. I talked about Roman. I don't even know if I could probably blame them because, again, it's just like the players played so bad. I don't even think you could have came up with a scheme to help really get them back in the game. I can't blame Hardball and the head coach because your team was undisciplined today. They turned the ball over. They looked like a jumble mess. They didn't even look like they came ready to play. That's how bad they were. It was so pathetic. From the first drive where Mark Andrews just dropped that pass and he gets picked off, I was like, this is going to be a long game. It was going to be a long game, and I knew it was going to be a long game, and it ended up being a long game. Absolutely disgraceful. This whole team just ate a huge chunk of humble pie. You came in here as the favorites, and you pissed yourselves, and you just went out there and played the worst football I've ever seen, man. And I really feel like I can say the worst football I've seen this team play. The Chargers game wasn't nearly this bad, because at least there was an excuse with that, but at least it was somewhat concise. This game, you were the favorites. At least with that, you weren't the favorites, but this game, you were the favorites. You were at home. You just had a franchise best 14-2 record. You broke the 1978 Patriots record for most rushing yards in the season. Lamar Jackson threw the most touchdowns in a season, MVP and all this nonsense. And you come out here, well, not nonsense. It was a great season. Let's not let this playoff game take away from the great regular season they had. They still had a great season. They just played a terrible playoff game. But yeah, all this talk about it and just hyping this team up just to come out here and lay an egg and just absolutely embarrass yourselves at home in the biggest game in this franchise. I don't even know what to say. I don't know if there's anything else I can say. I'm ready for next season. I think I got over the loss right after this game because I came down here. I was like, I'm going to relieve all my stress and just move on and enjoy the rest of the postseason, get ready for next season, and just hope for the best. I'm kind of just at the point with this Ravens team where I'm not surprised when they choke in big moments. We've seen them do it too many times. No matter what the quarterback is or what the defense is, they'll find a way to choke. And now Lamar's 0-2 in his playoff career. People are really going to be clowning him. And next season, I'm going to tell this right now to all Ravens fans. Next season, I don't care what. We can go 16-0 next season. I don't want to hear crap about Super Bowl until they win a playoff game. Because we hyped this team up all the way to the point where we were like, oh, man, best team in the league. Ain't nobody going to beat them. Because they're going to come out here and play their game. They came out here and they did not play their game. They tried to. But they were so undisciplined and so unfocused and so out of sync that they couldn't even play their game. In Tennessee, which was completely disciplined, knew what they were doing. They came in here, played their game, and made the upset. So congrats to them. But yeah, you're definitely going to have to make changes in the offseason to this offense. It all really depends on how Lamar improves as a passer in this offseason. He's got work to do. I believe he should take that next step in the evolution of his game and become more like a Russell Wilson type player who runs less and passes more, because you're going to have games where your quarterback needs to pass 35, 40 times. And Lamar shows that if he's got to pass the ball 35 to 40 times, he can't win the game. He's shown us if he's got to pass the ball 25 to 30 times, he can win a game. He's won games this season doing that. But passing it 35, 40, and even 45 times, he's not at that stage yet. He cannot do that. So, yeah, he's still got work to do. This Ravens team got work to do. He had a great season, but now it just comes to an end. Pretty sad. Pretty sad, but so be it. You play the game, and you see what happens. That's why you play the playoff games. I don't care who's the better team. Upsets happen all the time, and an upset happened tonight. I'm so happy for these Titans fans. Who knows? Maybe Tannehill can actually get to a damn Super Bowl. Who knows? Hopefully it doesn't end up like what happened with the 1 yard short situation. But hey, I'll be rooting for them next week if they get Kansas. I know if the Titans get Kansas City, those Titans fans will be like, man, we going to the Super Bowl. Because they don't give a damn what Mahomes did. They're like, we beat you guys in the regular season. And we just took care of this Ravens team. We took down Patriots. We took down the Ravens. We got in their house. We've got the experience to take down Kansas City on the road. We are not afraid of the road. Hey, maybe it's destiny for the Titans to get to the Super Bowl. Maybe this is one of those legendary magical runs that you rarely see. You know, we don't really see a 16 getting to the Super Bowl and winning, but maybe this is it. Who knows? I don't know. 9-7. It feels like kind of one of those Eli Manning Giants type situation where you just don't know how they're going to do it, but just somehow they're going to win these playoff games and get into the Super Bowl, and they're going to upset maybe with this situation, I believe the 49ers are going to get to the Super Bowl. They're probably going to upset the Niners. It's crazy. But yeah, I think I'm going to cut it here. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Season's over, and I'm moving on. I'll get ready to watch the other games. I don't even know if I'm going to cover these other games. I'm actually getting quite busy, and I don't even know if I'll be making videos after this, but hey, season's over. It's a disappointing end to a great season, but you move on. We enjoyed the season. We had fun. Let's move on. Get ready for next season. I can't wait to see Lamar in the Pro Bowl if there's a positive, but just get ready. Move on. Next season, hopefully Lamar makes those improvements and becomes a way better passer now than he is, because I believe he's a good passer. He's not a great passer. He's not an elite passer. He is a good passer, a very solid passer, but he's not an elite passer. He's going to have to make more improvements in the offseason, and I'll hope for the best, and we'll see what kind of Lamar Jackson we're going to get in year 3, but year 2 is not bad. MVP, 14-2, just disappointed in the playoffs once again. You got to get over the hump, Lamar. You got to get over the hump. You don't want to be one of those quarterbacks that are just known as a regular season guy, and who all of a sudden, he's in the regular season, he's great, but when he gets to the playoffs, he chokes and chokes and chokes. You've already got that resume right now because you're 0-2, so you better figure something out. Next season, I expect this team to be back in the postseason competing for a championship. And hopefully Lamar, a much more experienced Lamar, who has improved tremendously as a passer from year 2 to year 3, hopefully he comes in and gets this job done. Thought it'd be like more angry, but I'm just not. I should be angrier than I am right now. I'm just done. You know, it's a long season. Thought the team would come out here and play well, but they just disappointed me. I had to watch that whole miserable fourth quarter. And yeah, it is what it is, but that's just how it is. You play the game, and you never know what's going to happen. That's why I love watching the NFL. In the NBA, no matter what, the best team's going to win. But in the NFL, you don't have to be the best team to go to the Super Bowl and win. You just got to be the hottest team. You got to get hot at the right moment. And the Titans, they got hot at the right moment. And now, they may potentially go to the Super Bowl. We'll see. I mean, I'll enjoy it. Ryan Tannehill's career's just been revived with this Titans team. And Derrick Henry, that man's a beast. You know, this guy has the most rushing yards in his first 4 postseason games in NFL history. I believe he passed Terrell Davis today. He has like 550-something rushing yards in his first 4 games in the postseason. Amazing stuff. But anyway, I'm going to cut it here. I think I'm done talking about this. Congrats to the Titans. Best of luck in the AFC Championship game. As for the Ravens, just head to the locker room. Cry your eyes out. Wallow in despair. Pack your lockers this night. And get ready for the offseason. You got to become a better football team. And you got to become better. Just overall. Lamar's got to get better. These receivers got to get better. That defense has got to get better. Coaches got to get better. And discipline has to be a requirement. No matter what. It's nice to have fun and it's nice to be cruising, but I want to see a disciplined team. The New England Patriots always find a way to get to the Super Bowl because they're always disciplined. No matter what, next year, I don't want to see all this cheering and stuff. Let's sit back, be disciplined, play disciplined football, and just find a way to get this Super Bowl. With that being said, that's all I got, and I'm out of here. Peace.